What's the crack, lads? Stephen Gerrard, Parysong and Jack Wilshire are on the menu today. Are they worth feasting on? Are they good enough to actually put into your main squad? Or are they a skip? Let's get straight into it. Alright, so we're going to start with Stevie G. Now, double pivot Stevie G is not as good as an all-around beast, right? And I'm going to show you that towards the end of this clip. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 kicking power, and of course, a huge stamina, right? The rest of his stats, he has literally got every stat 84, 85 plus. 4, 6, 8, 10, 9, 3, 4. And that is the build that we've gone for here. However, this is probably a very specific build of Stephen Gerrard, right? He does need one touch pass. He does have fortress, but I would give him one touch pass and blocker to make him the most well-rounded that he can possibly be, right? And whatever booster you want to give him, you can give him. You could take off a couple of stats here and give him agility, or if you want to make him a little bit more defensive like Mateus, you can give him a defensive stat boost, right, with the booster. But I don't think that he hits the heights of Pirlo, Mateus, or Seedorf, right? And then attacking-wise, he doesn't really hit the heights of Bellingham or those kind of cards. He's kind of a little bit underrated, I'd say, in terms of his stats, but he is slightly clunkier than Seedorf on the pitch. He's slightly clunkier than Mateus on the pitch. I think the key to getting the best out of Stephen Gerrard is his shooting. And for that, if you are going with a more attacking build and you're bringing him in line with the likes of Jude Bellingham, you definitely need to have his stats really nice, but also his position. This is the tip I'm going to give you. Put him up here in front of a DMF. Now, lads, next up we do have Parysong. I have played Parysong before, lads. He is a demon. We played in an event a couple of years back in the PES franchise. We played a 5-a-side and a 10-a-side with Parysong, Andy Cole and Dennis Irwin. So if I was going to spin, it would be for him because I would be a little bit biased with Parysong. I think he was one of United's most underrated players of all time. Very good stats, very good player skills. He's got blocker off the rip, he's got fighting spirit and track back off the rip. And he's got the killer edged crossing as well, which is super OP at the moment. One touch pass, first time shot. His shooting stats aren't great. His shooting animations aren't great. We missed a couple of open wide ones. There's the build that you're seeing on screen just there now. Listen, Parysong is the type of card, right? He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. He can fit in anywhere. Left wing, right mid, right mid, center, DMF. Any position you want to play him, he will do a job for you. I do think that the 90 speed version of him that you're seeing on screen here is probably the best version of him. 90 speed, 90 acceleration. The build that we have gone for, I think it's very self-explanatory if you're going to be building him that way for an all-round action man. And I just like playing with Parysong. He was kind of the one that I would be more likely to spin for. Last but not least, we do have Jack Wilshire. Now, Jack Wilshire reminds me of his player ID especially. It reminds me of Pedri from Barcelona. Really high attacking stats. Doesn't have massive, like, all-round play. Like, his finishing is weak, his curl is weak. But he does have 90 plus in a lot of really good stats. 1 into shooting if you want to go that route. 7, 7, 11, 13, and that is your lot. You do not need to worry about his defensive stats. Now, how does he compare against other cards in the game, especially somebody like Pavel Nedved, who's probably the best attacking midfielder in the game for me at the moment, or Highness? It's probably a little bit unfair, and it's more likely that you will compare him with his older free version card, right? And it is quite similar. I wouldn't be spinning for this card unless you're going for Parysong or Stevie G. So all in all, as a trio pack, is it worth spinning for? It's a tough one to say. It really is a tough one to say. I just think there's so many good players in the game at the moment. So many similar players. A couple of really meta players. I don't think these three are it. That's my personal opinion. Stevie G, you can have some good gameplay with him. But Jack Wilshire and Parysong, even though I would love Parysong, lads, for personal reasons and for obviously playing with him across like multiple positions, I think there will be better packs in the future. But let me know. Did you spin? Let me know if you disagree with me. Get in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button. We're on the road to 60k. So subscribe if you enjoy the content. Talk to you then.